Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Ms. Pravina, for your kind words. And thank you, the participants, for your valuable time. Okay, without further ado, I'll just get into the topic right away. It's called Integrating AI Tools as Teaching Assistants. So, of course, our agenda will be about what exactly is AI and how can we write prompts to use these chatbots which are there available for us, and what AI tools can teachers use as assistants, and the benefits of AI tools for the teachers. So, what exactly is AI? We all know that now we are in the AI era. Artificial intelligence. It is the ability of the computer or the machines to perform tasks that are normally thought to require intelligence. So basically, it is to simulate human intelligence. These are some examples of artificial intelligence which we are already using in our daily lives. So, for example, we have lots of chatbots like the Google Gemini, Bing, Copilot. I'll get into all these a little bit later on. We are already using smart assistants like Siri and Alexa in our mobile phones to ask for directions or whatever we need to know. Then we do our e-payments through GPay and Paytm. We use search engines like Bing. We are already using artificial intelligence when we are listening to music on Spotify. Sometimes we get a message that we are the top fans and we get a badge. So this is through artificial intelligence. We have smart cars and GPS and facial recognition on mobiles. We have text editors like Grammarly, an editor in Word, and we have social media pop-ups which keep popping up whenever we watch a particular video. It will give us the same kind of feed, or according to our preference or according to our search history. So do you think that AI tools will replace you in the future? Well, no. It's not the AI that will take your job or will replace you, but it's anyone who can use AI competently. That person can easily replace you. So it's all about leveraging technology to enhance our work, but not to replace us. So before I get into the tools, I would like to just give a disclaimer of sorts. So it's just to remember that AI isn't doing the writing for you. You are the one who's still in charge. So we have to use AI not to just copy and paste mindlessly, that would be plagiarism. So we are educators, of course, so we don't have to cheat. But we use it for content curation. It's good to use it to help us to brainstorm for ideas or get some kind of inspiration from it. And if we are shy and we don't want to collaborate with other teachers, through AI, we can easily ask questions stress free. So basically, these are conversational kind of tools which we use to have conversations and to be able to connect in an easy way. There are many, many, many tools which have already flooded the market, and there's so much competition that each AI tool is vying with and competing with each other to provide us the best of the solutions. And let's take a look at some of these tasks, like generating reading passages, making lesson plans, making quizzes, interactive games, uh, creating modules and contents and diagrams and flow charts, multiple choice questions, debates, outlines for essay. All these tasks are our day-to-day tasks for teachers, right? So these are tasks which we find cumbersome, which we find tedious, or they are very time consuming, and we often wish that we can do things in a jiffy and we can just finish our work faster so that we can concentrate more on the actual teaching, the instruction, or the interaction with students. So we have to learn, of course, to work smarter, not harder. So these are a few tools that I want to talk about today. The most famous one, of course, being ChatGPT and Elena, Magic School AI, Twee.com, Ideogram, etc. I'll just get into these very fast. The first tool is ChatGPT. It's like a magic wand for teachers. Okay, so the first step, of course, is to create an account in ChatGPT. We have to visit the page chat.openai.com. And once we do that, it'll show you in the right-hand corner to try ChatGPT. And then we have to sign up with a Google account or a Microsoft account. And once we sign up, this is how the interface looks like. You can see the left-hand side, we have the chat history, and in the middle, you will get your solutions. And the bottom tab here, this is for the prompts that we have to put in to get our answers from AI tools. So basically, to use ChatGPT, prompting is the key. Like, for example, if you see this prompt, if I just say a lesson plan, provide me a lesson plan about multiplying fractions for fifth graders. This is just an okay kind of prompt. But if I make it more detailed, I can say act as an expert mathematician and a teacher skilled in designing engaging learning experience, etc. This is a little bit better. But look at the last one. You are an expert mathematician and teacher, etc. And in the end, I also add in the lesson should include a hands-on activity and frequent opportunities for collaboration. Format your response in a table. Now here I've given a lot more instructions. So how do we prompt? There are elements of a good prompt. Look at this prompt. Act as a helpful tutor who breaks down complex subjects into easy explanations. I want you to explain the process of photosynthesis to a 14-year-old student to assist with biology exam preparations. Your answer should be 300 words written in a tone that's friendly and educational. So now in this prompt, what I've done is I've asked ChatGPT to take on a persona or a role of a tutor or a teacher. It could be any role, okay? Mathematician, magician, cook, chef, anything. What do you want the AI to do? You have to state your objective very clearly. So here it is, I want you to explain the process of photosynthesis. This is my objective. To whom? The audience. It's a 14-year-old student. And what is the context? That I want to assist in the biology exam preparations. And then I set a few boundaries. I tell the GPT that I need it to be in 300 words and the tone should be friendly and educational. And remember that when we are giving these instructions, we must use active verbs like explain, translate, summarize, or compare. So let me just show you quickly ChatGPT here. This is the interface, how it looks like. Okay, so using the same prompt there, let me show you what I've done there. Okay. Yes, okay. I'll just copy that prompt again as a helpful tutor. Or we can use any prompt as a helpful tutor. Explain the process of photosynthesis. This is a simple prompt. So immediately it will start giving me the step-by-step guide of what exactly is photosynthesis. So if I put more details, it will give me a better solution. After I get all the solution, I can even ask, can you prepare multiple choice questions or test questions, let's say. Test questions based on this. So it will provide me test questions. There you see. So it's in a jiffy, in seconds. So these are some more tasks, the prompts that I have created. Let's see, generate a lesson plan of 45 minutes with SWBAT. Here it means students will be able to, by the end of the lesson, for grade 12, about writing a paragraph about the importance of laws in society. I'm also giving it the context. Follow the teaching method of PPP, which is present, practice, and produce. List objectives in bullets. So here it's going to create a lesson plan for me. I can also give flowcharts prompt like this one. I can say provide steps in academic research and create a flowchart and please write mermaid code. Now, after I get this answer, I go to draw.io. This is another AI tool. Let me show it to you quickly. There, this one. This is the first one here. I just open this. I say create a new diagram and it will give me this. I say flowchart and I will say create. I save it in my laptop. There. So it creates a flowchart for me within seconds, which I can use in my class. So here I just go to the advanced and say mermaid, and then I type in the, I put in the mermaid solution which ChatGPT has given me, and I say insert and create, and immediately it creates for me. So because we don't have time to do all that, I'm not going to show a lot. Also, we can just see how easy it is to create presentations. We just give a prompt to ChatGPT like this, act as a presenter, generate 10 slides for PowerPoint. For example, let's say to differentiate between life in the city and life in a village. And it should have pictures, it should have an introduction, it should have subtopics in bullet points and a conclusion. So if I, just a minute, let me just copy that and show it to you live. There. I go to ChatGPT. So immediately what ChatGPT will do is it will create a slide by slide content for me. The title, subtitle, and what kind of image should be there in that slide. So once I have all my 10 slides ready for me, let it finish. There, see how fast it goes. It saves us a lot of time because we teachers spend so much time creating PowerPoint presentations. So this is very easy. We already have the topic. Now we just copy and we go to, let's say, gamma.com. Here again, you sign up with your Google account. And once you have your account, this page will open for you. You just say create new, paste in the text, which we have from ChatGPT. And once we have that, we say we need it for a presentation and continue. When we continue, it will give you the format of all the slides. Here we can edit and change anything that we want to, or if we don't want to, we just leave it as it is. And then we say continue. It will give you themes to select from. So for example, I want this theme. I just select this theme and I say generate. Now, once I say generate, it will give me a PowerPoint presentation ready to download. And with the images that I specified in the ChatGPT answer. See, the images will come up in a short while, just a minute. So how easy is that? You can see. It takes a while for the images to show up. There you see a skyline of the city, differences between the city and village. There you have. So we can just download from here or duplicate this gamma or export it. So this is an easy way to make PowerPoint presentations in a faster way. Okay, so this was all about ChatGPT and using it in an easy way. Now we have tool number 2, which is Ask Elena or elena.us. You can see in the screen. Now, once you log in again and sign up with a free Google account, you get this interface where it will show you a number of tools that you can use. Let me just show you live again. This is Elena. There you have. Here you go. So these are all the kinds of tools which are available for us. Let's see. Academic content. Then you can like make a game bingo style. You can have choice board assignments. You can have debates. You can create essay outlines. There you can even create games, Jeopardy style or jigsaw activities. Make a lesson plan, multiple choice questions. How many things that we can do here easily. This is a site which is specially created for teachers to help them, to assist them and make their work easier. So for example, let's do one, let's say true or false questions. Yeah, but here we have to provide a text. Okay, let me go back. We provide a text and then ask it to make true or false questions. Okay, let me just go to multiple choice. So for example, I say, create a quiz for the topic of water cycle. Okay, for let's say grade 6. And there it is. See how fast it will make for you. How many questions? Yes, because I didn't specify, it's asking me how many questions. So let's say 5 questions. There, it will create for us a short quiz with multiple choice questions and with the correct answers, of course. And we, teachers, are so blessed to have this done in a moment for us. And then we can copy it and modify it as we want. So this is just one of the things that this tool can do. But as you can see, there is a multiple number of choice for you, which you can choose and do whatever you want. Also here in the tab, if you see, we can also create images. Again, we put the proper prompt and generate. We can also create PowerPoint presentations here, but here there's a long wait list. You just have to give in your email ID and they'll contact you if there is time or space available. So then they will ask you to create your PowerPoint presentations. So this was tool number 2. Let me go on to the next tool, which is similar to Elena. It's called magicschool.ai. Again, here it has, let me go live again here to the website. There. Well, again, here you sign up with your Google account. And once you've signed up, you get this interface. You have so many tools here available for you. Generate images, generate worksheets, multiple choice assessments. The best thing I like here is YouTube video questions. So I'll just show you. For example, I choose this. Okay. I specify the grade, like let's say 9th grade. I want 3 questions, multiple choice, and I need the video URL. I can just go to YouTube and here is another one about water cycle, or let's change the topic. Let's say global warming. Explanation. There. Let's say I choose this one. Of course, as teachers, we have to first watch the videos properly and see that it's age appropriate, and then we select this video. And then we just copy the URL, go back to Magic School and paste the URL here and generate. So based on this video, it will generate multiple choice questions for the students, which we can give as an assignment. So this works very well for flipped classrooms also. Like we give them videos to watch and, they can come up with questions, or we provide questions, they work on it by watching the video and then come the next day to discuss. So this is one app. Also, I want to show something very interesting here. If you see here in the right side, there is something called training. So this is very good for teachers. You have training available from this website, Magic School AI, and you have certification courses. So as educators, these are free courses. As educators, you can do these courses, level 1, level 2, level 3, very easy to manage. And you can even ask your schools to join in and, start using AI in a bigger way in schools. So this is how it can be done. This is something I found very interesting. Okay, let me go back to the presentation again. This was the third tool that I talked about. There's another tool. This is specially for English teachers. Like me, since I'm an English teacher, and I'm sure the participants also are English teachers. So here, this one is called twee.com. Okay, and this is again, of course, each tool is free for a certain time. And then you have to upgrade, and if you want more from it, then you have to go for the paid version. Okay, so let me just go again to twee.com. Here it is. There. This is the site. Once you log in, it will show you this is the home page. Go to tools. And there you see on the side, all the English skills are available: reading, vocabulary, writing, speaking. So according to our needs, we choose whatever tool we want. So for example, reading here, if you want to generate a text, on a certain topic, let's say I want this. Okay, and I write my topic, which could be, let's say, importance of social media. Okay, and then I could type in the kind of vocabulary words I want, choose my level and the length of and then do the magic. See on the left side or right side, it will show me the result. Since I just said 50 to 100 words, now I want a long passage. Now I again say, do the magic. Now it will start giving me a longer passage. See? The best part about this is that it doesn't end here. After we have the passage, if you go down further, it will give you more follow-up activities. So based on this passage, again, if I want to, let's say, multiple choice questions or fill in the gap questions, see? It's chosen the same passage. Of course, I go through it and modify it. If it's too long, I can shorten it, and I make sure that the vocabulary is included. After I do all that, I choose it for creating. It says should select at least one word. Okay, let me just choose social media because I want that in the blank. Let me choose one more word. Informed. Okay, and social media. There, I've chosen 2 words. So let's see. See, it's created a gap filling activity with those 2 words to be filled in by the students. So here it's very easy to generate any kind of exercise that we want for the students. And if you see below, there are more choices. You can have open questions, you can create titles, lead-in activities, true, false statements. It goes on. The list is endless. So it's up to the teacher to use it in any way that she would like to. So this was one of the other tools. Let me go on to the next tool now. Sometimes it's all about creating images, which we can use in our presentations or as warm-up activities, or just to, brainstorm with the students. So there are these sites. There are many actually for creating images. So one of them is ideogram.ai. You have leonardo.ai, hotpot AI. This is the one I use. I'll just show you how interesting this is. I put the prompt here about myself. I said a dark brown skin, chubby round face, modern woman, etc., dressed in this. hair, medium hair, no jewelry, etc. And this was the image I got. Once I got this image, it gave me 4 choices. I chose this one and I downloaded it. After I did that, I went to this uh, AI app again. It's called studio.d.id. Now here we could give it a voiceover. I chose my own voice here as a voiceover, but there are other characters available. If you want, you can go for the native speaker, and there are many avatars. You choose any voiceover that you like, and you make it like a small video. Then I also did this, used AutoCap and used it for creating these captions in the video. After it was all done, I got this video. I'll just play it for you.
Hello, dear educators. You are cordially invited to attend my workshop about using ChatGPT and some other AI tools as teaching assistants. I can promise you that the learning process will be both educational and entertaining.
So see how interestingly it can be done. And I chose it in the animated style. You can choose any number of styles. You know, there are photography styles and manga style, anime style, cartoon style, Disney style. So it's up to you. Whatever style that you like, you choose that. And, you know, it turns out to be a very interesting video, which you can use this as invitation cards for your workshops or, you know, in class with the students.
Hello.
Okay. So let me go on to the last one now. This is canva.com. Most educators are familiar with this site because it's a graphic tool, graphic designer tool. Let me just go to the real one. There. So with canva.com, of course, we know that we can use it to create documents, whiteboards, videos, Facebook posts, TikToks, Instagram stories, reels. Here also we have lots and lots of templates available for us, which we just use to create our own designs. Okay. So what interests me here is the Magic Studio, this one. This is where AI comes in, you know. So here, if you see below there, you have something called Magic Design, Magic Write, okay, Magic Animate, Magic Switch, Magic Morph, then text to video, text to image. This is interesting. I just type in a text and it gives me an image. So for example, let me just show you. I want to try it out. There. So I type in the prompt here, let's say, a boy eating a banana with a monkey. Just, okay. It's going to generate a image for me. So this is again AI doing the magic. So it's already come up with one. Let me choose this quickly. There. So I chose this. It will give me 4 choices. I just choose whichever one I like. Now that I have this image, I can edit it by using more AI tools. So for example, here I go to edit image and the Magic Studio opens up for me. These are all AI tools. Let's say Magic Grab. I want to use that to, let's say I want to remove this banana from here. Okay, so I choose this. Okay, 1 minute there. I choose this banana. I grab it. Let's see what happens. It takes a little while. Bear with me. There. So now that I've chosen this banana, I can move it around in the image. It's like I don't want it there. I want it here. You know, I want it smaller in size, bigger. I want it near the foot of the monkey. So there you go. I can also remove backgrounds. Okay, so if I remove all the backgrounds, there, it's gone. So these are ways that you can play around with images using magic tools here in canva.com. So that brings me to the end of all of the tools that I wanted to show you. These are some of the tools here Canva Magic has. Okay. Magic Switch is also very interesting. It can directly translate your English to any language that you want, So like here, I've done it in Arabic. Okay, so that brings to the main question, is it a good or a bad thing for educators? Of course, there are many, many advantages, right? Here you see, it's a remarkable learning method. It's very fast, it's pressure-free, parent-friendly, and it gives you instant access. It eliminates repetitive tasks for teachers. It's available 24/7, anytime you want. And there are some disadvantages also. Like, for example, ChatGPT is, I think, it's till 2021, limited till 2021. And the information after 2021 is not available in ChatGPT. So if you want the latest, very latest information, then we must try Copilot Education, or, Microsoft Copilot, or Bing, or Gemini. And sometimes the sources may be unreliable. And of course, there's always a chance of plagiarism, which we, as educators, we have to be very sure that we don't copy paste. We just use it to curate our content, That's all. And of course, AI cannot match up to human beings ever, because it lacks the empathy and the touch, the human touch, It's after all a machine. So that's all, my dear educators. Thank you so much. I appreciate your presence. Now we can move to the questions if you have any.
Yes, ma'am. If you can stop sharing your PPT so that the... Yes. Miss Mary, I can see you. Ma'am, do you have any questions? Can you unmute yourself, please? If you have any questions, you can ask the same.
Thank you, Praveena, and thank you, Ms. Deepa, for the session, actually. And one thing I wanted to ask, like, as Deepa said, AI is not going to replace human beings, right? But as a facilitator or as a teacher, any facilitator or teacher who is not trained to use AI, where will he or she find themselves in this teaching profession?
Look, it all depends on how moral you are, morally strong you are. As educators, most of us, we know that we shouldn't be cheating, right? So even the young ones, the young teachers, somebody experienced can, of course, sit with them and train them how to do and what to do about it, and how to search for information and, use it in the right way. So this is something which comes from within, not to cheat, not to plagiarize, not to use AI tools in the wrong way. Yes, ma'am. Anything else?
Oh, how would we tackle students who are copying directly? Like, I'm in an online school, so
Yes.
I have answers literally copied from ChatGPT or any other, and they just paste it on the tool, the assessment sheet. So, and we're
Yes,
supposed to give them marks for that.
Since I
Some
was
marks
only
are cut. Yeah.
I was only focusing on the role of educators in this workshop, right? But what you are asking is about students, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes. So there are, again, AI tools which can detect plagiarism. So if there are, I can give you a list of those tools later on if you want. If you just put in the whatever content the student has sent to you, if you just copy paste it in that tool, it will immediately tell you whether it has been copied from ChatGPT or any tool, and it will show you. So there you can catch the student and tell him to rewrite it or whatever.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Thank you. Welcome. Anything else? I'm so happy to see you, Mary.
Yeah, I got my anything actually for you and for Praveena. Thank you, Praveena, for this.
Thank you, ma'am. Most welcome. Ma'am, in continuation of Miss Mary's question, so ma'am asked about one student, right? Like that, how can you catch hold of multiple students regarding this plagiarism?
Yeah, it is a
because
job.
it will be a big class, And as ma'am said, mentioned that like, one student, okay, one at a time, instead of like, do you have any, command or something like that? Like I'm asking you an English teacher, but still, since we are talking about AI.
Yes. See, what we teachers tend to do is we give them assignments where we ask them to just hand in, essays or whatever. We want solutions from them. But that is where I think we go wrong. We should make assignments in such a way where they are collaborating more and thinking more critically and, working out the solution rather than just like, for example, if I want an essay, Miss Mary, for example, I want an expository essay about any topic, right? So instead of telling them, okay, submit an essay of 300 words by so and so date and so time, of course, we expect students, they will go to AI tools and copy paste, right? But instead of that, if we just divide them into groups, let's say I want this group to come up with just the thesis, and I want the other group just to come up with the paragraph 1, paragraph 2. And then instead of giving them the whole topic, why don't we give them through ChatGPT, we give them some bullet points, and say, work only on these bullet points. And let's see, create sentences from these bullet points or something like that, assignments which make them work harder by not depending completely on AI tools. Did you get the idea?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we collaborate with them, make them sit together and write. Maybe since you're teaching online, there are whiteboards available online where the student has to type it in front of you, the answers. So what if you give like each role, a student a role, to write one sentence or paragraph or whatever live on the screen in front of you, because you already gave it as an assignment for him to prepare, right? So on the whiteboard, he can just type in and you will know that he's doing it himself and not copying and pasting it from somewhere. You got, there are ways that we can come up with to avoid all this. It's difficult. It's difficult, but there are ways, it's up to the teacher and how she comes up with tasks to involve the students in such a way that they don't depend entirely on it. Yes, they can depend on AI to get ideas. That's okay. But the final product should be done in front of you on screen or in class, so that we know that they are not cheating and we know that they are thinking on their own.
So, ma'am, coming to the prompts for the chatbots, right? Like you have showed an example in the first slide, like 3 different ways of giving prompts. So, how do you develop that ability of writing in detail? A better prompt, the best prompt, so that we can extract more from the AI, say ChatGPT.
Ironically, again, for this, we can go to ChatGPT only to help us to make prompts.
Okay.
So like I tried it also.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, so we go to ChatGPT and we say, can you help me generate a prompt for a class of grade 9 or whatever about this topic? And it should, help me to do this, and we specify. And it will give you the perfect prompt. So we have to keep on experimenting and exploring, of course, depending on our subjects and our topics, and we come up with the right prompts. But of course, we have to keep in mind our lesson plan, isn't it? As teachers, what exactly are our objectives? So the prompt should be
example of photosynthesis, like where you asked ChatGPT in detail, like specifically about the audience, the age group, everything.
Yes. So if I want something special in my lesson plan, I ask ChatGPT exactly that I want it in the PPP method. I want presentation and preparation and production. So it will give me that kind of a prompt.
Okay.
By the way, there are more AI tools which are called prompt generators. So again, we can go to those tools and learn more,
Oh. For example, can you name a few, ma'am?
Yes, it just say prompt generator in Google and it will give you 10 apps. Go to any app and try it out.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Actually, once the teacher gets the hang of creating prompts, Especially English teachers, I think are better off in this because we know the language, we know exactly what to write quickly, But some other teachers, I mean, they might find it difficult, but it's okay. They can learn. It's there, available. Everything is available online.
Nice, ma'am. So, Miss Mary, any more questions, ma'am?
No, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Deepa. Thank you, Ms. Pravina.
Yes,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much for attending. Thank you, Ms. Pravina.
Most welcome, ma'am. So I have prepared a couple of questions, ma'am. Of course, I also took the help of ChatGPT.
Yes.
So in general, have a discussion on this. So how do you envision AI tools transforming the traditional roles of teachers and teaching assistants? Not now, in the next decade.
I think in the next decade, we are going to heavily depend on AI. But as I said, we have to use it in the right way, and not allow it to take over completely. We have to create tasks which will be interactive more than just giving the end result, This is how I envision AI.
Okay. So how can AI teaching assistants be programmed to adapt to the rapidly changing curriculum and educational standards, ma'am? So many new curriculums are coming, and our new rules, like each country has different rules and everything, right? So
Yes.
what do you think? Like, how should they be programmed?
Again, it's in the prompt. If I say I want something according to this curriculum, like IB or ICSE or CBSE, I just have to mention that NEP, the new policies, just mention that and it will provide you answers according to that curriculum only. They're already programmed that way. We really don't have to work hard on that.
So, in your view, ma'am, what are the potential long-term impacts of relying on AI tools on students' critical thinking and problem-solving abilities? Will they become, as a human race, will we become more dependent, like without thinking, using our own brains? What do you think?
Yes, ma'am. Of course, there is always this danger, because students already they are, so much into social media that they've stopped being creative and imaginative, right? We already see the disadvantages of this. So imagine if AI takes over, what will happen? So as educators, we have to be very careful in the tasks that we give them and the curriculum that we are preparing. We have to make sure that whatever activities or whatever lessons that we are teaching do not require AI so much, I mean, we have to make tasks or activities in such a way that there is more collaboration and creativity. Of course we use AI for getting ideas and brainstorming and whatever, it's just for getting content, but then how we use that content with the students, that depends entirely on us. This is something which is very dangerous and we have to take care of.
Yes, ma'am. True.
Yeah, there is going to be repercussion, of course, but we have to take care as educators.
Right. So, ma'am, thank you for the talk and for patiently answering all the questions. I myself, like, I have learned a lot, like, about the AI tools. We also
Indeed.
thank Ms. Mary for participating in the event and also asking some questions, ma'am. We will end the session now. Anything else you want to mention, Ms. Deepa?
Just thank you so much for giving me the chance. I know there were no participants right now, but it's okay. This was my
I'm
first
sure,
attempt.
like, so many people will watch your session, and it's really helpful. I personally thoroughly enjoyed the session.
Absolutely. Me too, Ms. Pravina. And Ms. Deepa, actually, since everybody is in school, like I had to shift my class, so many go and watch it later. I know that, so Reformers is something that most of us watch.
Right.
So
Even
thank you.
here,
Thank you so
even
much.
here, Pravina, thank you, Mary, for coming. Miss Pravina, here also in Kuwait, it's a Friday and most people sleep till 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. So obviously, they wouldn't attend early morning. So the timing was also a little, off. But because it's working day in India, I chose it as a Friday today.
Of course.
Thank you.
The recording is available. Educators, I'm sure, like, they'll benefit out of this session.
I'm sure about it.
Thank you.
Thank
God bless. Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.